Arbistal High School, welcome back. Mr. Carrick here, another episode of our Warrior Nation. I want to talk to you this week in our Warrior Nation about our Warrior Way. Warrior Way are the three personal attributes that we've been focusing on this year of empathy, integrity, and respect. Just want to talk about how those, exemplifying those characteristics, has an impact on our school culture and climate, how it feels to be in the building, how it feels to be in class, how it feels to go from class to class. Of those three attributes, I wanted to spend this first episode talking about the attribute of integrity. Integrity for me is simply defined as what you do when nobody's watching. So how do you carry yourself? What are the things you say? What are the behaviors you exhibit when nobody's watching? That for us can play out in the classroom and in the hallway. So it's how we interact with each other and our peers. Do we do the right thing when we're encountering a situation? We see a cell phone that somebody leaves behind on the table or in the media center. Do we pick it up and take it and turn it in? Do we pick it up and put it in our pocket? That's a good example of integrity. And I want us to be a school where when something is left behind, it's turned in and that property gets back to us. In your classrooms, when you're with your teachers, doing the right thing in class every day, each day, creates those positive relationships between you and your teacher and just makes the whole classroom flow and run better and gets more, really, honestly, more learning happens in a classroom like that where every student is abiding by their social contract or those classroom's rules and expectations and doing it on their own internal desire versus, really being forced or someone having to watch over you every time and redirect you anytime any other behaviors are observed. I also think about I'm in the hallways more than I'm in the classrooms, and I think being in the hallways, there's some simple expectations that we ask students to be on time, students to be in the right dress code, students to not wear earbuds except for in the cafeteria, students not to have hats or hoodies on. That simple act is really what I want to challenge students as well. Following integrity in those situations where you know what the right rules are. Don't wait for somebody to have to ask you to take your headphones out or ask you to take a hat off, but doing that on your own internal initiative plays a huge role. That affects our climate because some students feel like they're always being addressed for the headphones, always being addressed for the hat. And what I really would say to those students is, we're just addressing the expectations that we want you guys to follow. I want you to follow those expectations without having to be told. Let me interact with you in the hallway in a positive way and not have to make interactions in a negative way. That having to have consistent negative interactions, just about what a simple rule is has a negative effect on our overall school culture and climate. I don't want to have those conversations. I want to have positive conversations. I really want to see you guys self-regulate, monitor yourselves, make sure that you're exhibiting the warrior way and that your peers, your friends are also exhibiting that warrior way. They're doing the right thing. They're demonstrating integrity. They're following the rules they need to. They're getting to class on time. Their hats off, hoodies off. That's a big challenge for you guys. I know it's hard and difficult, but I really want to see where those leaders are within our building. I've asked our warrior chiefs, that group of student leaders, to really lead out and model that for us, and I hope everybody else kind of follows suits, and I want to see where those leaders crop up. I want to walk down the hall, not have to address simple behaviors, but be able to interact in a positive way and transition what we're feeling like and what we're doing to positive relationships, focus on academics, focus on getting you guys college and career ready. All right, last thing that I wanted to mention, though, is going to be about Warrior Time. Warrior Time is going to start right about at the beginning of, after our progress reports. Progress reports will be at the end of next week. The 20th of February is when I expect to start releasing for Warrior Time. My whole Warrior Nation next week is going to be about Warrior Time. What is it about? What are we doing? What you need to know is you need to be mastering all the work in your classes so you can have no missing assignments, getting good grades, mastering your content, and that's going to create good grades. But that needs to be happening for you, and you may be a candidate that might be able to release when we start a Warrior Time release. But a couple things have to happen for that to start. February 20th, we'll look at that. You need to be getting to class on time, especially Warrior Time, and then you also need to be getting all of your work assignments completed and demonstrating mastering those classes. So again, all next week, Warrior Nation will talk about Warrior Time, but for now, we'll sign off and see you guys next week.